Now it's the greatest soapy plot twist of them all. Neighbours is back. Just 4 months after fans farewelled the iconic show, the residents of Ramsay Street are coming home after a deal was struck with the streaming giant Amazon. Episodes will air first on Channel 10, with the world premiere slated for the second half of next year.
Can't wait to begin this exciting new adventure with you.
See you in 2023. Neighbours,
Oh, don't sing, Karl. Really?
You can sing for us, Dr. Karl. Ryan Moloney, who plays the beloved Toadie, and of course Alan Fletcher, also known as Dr. Karl, join us now.
Thank you.
Oh, this is such happy news. How are you guys feeling?
It's extraordinary. Well, we all got told individually. So our executive producer actually ran on the same day to everybody's house. And funnily enough, when he told me, I was in such shock, but the actor kicked in after about 2 seconds. I went, I must remember this face. Because this is, if I ever need to do, like, utter shock. You know, it was kind of...
You're such a professional.
because I was genuinely speechless. I'm sure you probably were too, were you?
Oh, mate, this is... it still hasn't sunk in. You know, it's been, like, just a week so far. Yeah. And I was kind of spending, like, the last few months trying to get my head around what it means to not be working after 28 years. So... you know, apparently it doesn't take very long to get another job, so...
Yeah. but seriously, because it was, 4 months ago, we had, the tear-jerking finale, the farewell. You guys would have gone through all of that as well. So just how did this come about, Ryan?
Well, Amazon Freebie and Channel 10, obviously, they got together and they said the numbers are pretty damn good and all the fans really, really want it. And so, they kind of came to the party and they're bringing Neighbours back, baby. Oh, yeah.
Well, the finale finished with everyone being shipped out of Ramsay Street. Do we know what Neighbours 2.0 is going to look like, and where the hell are you going to live?
It's a very, very good question. I'm going through the real estate pages as I speak. Well, this is the wonderful thing about it. Of course, this is a fresh start. And we haven't got a writers' team yet. I mean, everything is right from the start. So they can literally sit back and say, OK, what are we going to do? What's going to be the best way to go about this?
They also have superpowers.
Exactly. I mean,
oh yes.
So it's very exciting because it means that there obviously time will have passed, a certain amount of time will have passed, and we can basically reinvent the show as we want to see it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Stefan Dennis, aka Paul, in my view, looked a tad dishevelled in the comeback video.
It's been a tough couple of months for him. Okay?
Is he all right? Yeah.
Stefan's actually trademarked because whenever he has a break, he grows his beard and he grows his hair.
Okay.
So the show's revival has been credited to fans, like hashtag Bring Back Neighbours and petitions, and the song went to #1. Is there anything that you'd like to say to these amazing fans?
Well, besides a resounding thank you, it's a huge thing, because the wonderful thing about Neighbours is that we are, as cast, in very close contact with our fans. And as you know, you're aware of all the Facebook groups and so forth and so on. And every one of those groups bonded together with this hashtag Save Neighbours. They were putting together petitions. They were doing all sorts of stuff. And I'm blessed to have just come back from the UK where I did a tour and got to meet thousands and thousands of fans who, obviously, I got the outpourings of grief, but also the resilience, the kind of like, we must make this show come back. And it was wonderful because I think they are big contributors. And so thank you to everybody who supported this.
Isn't that marvellous? And what's been the best reaction you've had to the news?
Well, I just got a text message saying that because they're still using the studios, half of the Neighbours crew are actually still working there, and so there was just like this, kind of outpouring of joy there. And one of the AD assistant directors there apparently was quite emotional. So I think that kind of points to how much it actually means to everybody that works there. I mean, you kind of hear us saying how much it all means all the time, but, we're the pointy end of it. But you can see it all the way through. Everyone who works there absolutely loves it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So, Ryan, if I could ask you to make a prediction, how many times do you think Toadie will get married in the future? And how do you expect those future wives to die?
OK, all right. That's a pretty grim thing to be asking.
Well, Paul Robinson got married 7 times, I think, so you've got to beat that.
OK, I'll give it a shot. No, I'm really happy with Lucinda. I think she's fabulous. We don't want to kill her.
Maybe your new superpower in the new series could be protecting your wife.
Well, hopefully I'll marry a strong enough woman that she doesn't need my protection.
Good answer.
I wasn't meaning to make an anti-feminist point. I was just going with a riff that we were doing before.
You were about to be cancelled. Just get ready for it. Can I make a special request? Watching that final episode, and I know a lot of fans felt this way as well, that beautiful rekindled love affair between Guy Pearce and Annie Jones, that sat at the centre, at the complete heart of that finale for me.
Yeah. Guy doesn't know it yet, but he's just signed on for 4 years.
Excellent. I mean,
Yeah.
we know he's got a very busy Hollywood career and, you know, he just showed his chops in that episode. We haven't seen enough of Annie Jones. She is a superb actress.
Well, we of course have no control over that, but you know,
The fans do.
I'm absolutely sure that Annie will have a very important role to play. But the thing about that particular part of the episode, and I highlighted this during my show, is that I'm with you on this. For Guy to come back and do not just an appearance, not just like, walk in and out, but to actually do a storyline. And I used to show my favourite scene where he would ask Plain Jane if it was all right if maybe he stayed and maybe they could. Oh, such beautiful work. So that'll stay with me forever.
We'll have our fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I know, and now how great that there's going to be more beautiful work coming your way. This is so wonderful. You'll be able to catch all new episodes of Neighbours on 10 and 10 Play when it returns to our screens in the second half of next year. Dr. Karl, Alan Fletcher, and Toadie, Ryan Moloney, thank you so much for stopping by.
Great pleasure. Thank you.